Good morning, sweet family. Thank you so much for coming back. Well, today is a special day. Today marks my 100th video on YouTube. Can you even believe that? I can't even believe that. What have I been talking about? I don't even remember. Anyway, my family had always encouraged me to start a little YouTube channel. I told them they were all out of their ever loving minds. I said, nobody's going to listen to me. I don't have anything of value to say. And the channel was really birthed by quite by accident. My daughter was out here visiting, and she needed to get her hair done. And I said, you're spending way too much money at those crazy salons. Let me do it here. Well, she was like, absolutely not. Well, after much begging, she finally acquiesced and said, okay. Well, my daughter-in-law says, hey, let's film it. That'll be funny. She goes, and we'll put it on YouTube. And I'm thinking, oh, brother. Anyway, I let her do it. And she started interviewing me. And I pretended I was a hairdresser in the South. And my name was Hildy. And I was complaining about my troublesome client that I had. Well, it only lasted like a couple of minutes. It was nothing. She took it, she threw it up on YouTube, and boom, guess what? 1,300 views. I'm like, what? Who's listening to this stuff? It was like so stupid. Anyway, that was the birth of the channel and the birth of Hildy that started all this mess. Well, after several months of me doing that kind of content, I started getting a pull to take it in another direction. I was running out of things to talk about. How many things can you say about a hairdresser and her clients? It was like I beat that one to death. So I considered moving it in another direction. I prayed about it and I was asking God, am I supposed to stay here or am I supposed to be doing something else for your glory? Because this obviously wasn't for God's glory. It was just ridiculous comedy. Anyway, and while the videos were very entertaining and they were very popular, I started thinking, if I'm going to spend the time and the effort to put out some sort of content, shouldn't it be to help people, to benefit people? Maybe they're searching, maybe they're struggling, and I could direct them to the Lord. I was really getting this strong, strong pull on my heart to change it up. And I was thinking, well, maybe I can help somebody instead of just entertaining them. Maybe I should be helping them and directing them to our Father. And my heart was telling me to switch it to a more devotional style video like what I'm doing now, more so than just comedy. Well, let me tell you, that first video that I did for the Lord, oh boy, I never got so much grief and text and phone calls from everybody. They were like, "What are you doing? Don't do this." Those videos were so funny, and no, we don't want to watch that. Everybody doesn't care about this stuff. And that was I was letting go of poor Hildy. I felt like I was murdering her, and they were all mad at it. And even though I I lost almost all of my subscribers and people that were watching because they really did not care about this new format, I knew I was going in the right path. I knew that the Lord was leading me here. And while all the videos were pretty much gone, I made a vow to stick with the new format of the weekly devotionals. I said, I'm going to do it every Thursday morning. They're going to be for God's glory, and that's it. And I said to the Lord, if one person, only one, listens to anything that I have to say, I'm going to keep going. And as you can see from my views in my channel, I don't have a huge following, but you, the ones that are here, are the ones that I want to address today because I am ever so grateful. I can't begin to tell you and blessed that you take time out of your busy schedule. You don't have to listen to me, but you make the time to listen to my little blurbs that I put out here and you're on my schedule and you regularly support me. And I am ever so grateful for that because that's really all the encouragement that I need. As long as I know somebody somewhere that I might be able to help. And I know it's not funny and these are not as entertaining as poor Hildy, but I hope you find some value in what I'm saying because it's never really been about blowing up my channel to getting a huge amount of people in quantity. I was looking for the quality people who the Lord brings me, who might be searching for answers. So I believe that this we have right now, the ones that are here, this is by no accident that the Lord has put us together. These are divine little appointments that we have on Thursday morning. And you know what? If you came to the Lord and were looking for something, and I hope He has directed you to here, that will be my prayer for all of it. I had a friend come to visit me shortly after this, and I was a little bit discouraged about the direction of what had happened. It was right when I had changed over, and she is a huge channel. She's monetized, she's got subscribers, and she literally was like telling me all these things that I could be doing. She's like, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm having a camera problem here. She said, you could totally blow your channel up. She goes, it's all about being sponsored and monetized immediately so you can grow your channel and make tons of money. Well, I didn't want to hurt her feelings because she was being like what she thought was very helpful. I said, that's not really the direction I'm going in. I'm not really in the thing of making money. I said, I'm more in the business of saving souls. Let me tell you, when I made that comment to her, she started laughing like a hyena. It was like hilarious to her. And I was thinking to myself, is what I said really that funny? It didn't seem funny to me. It seemed like I was being totally sincere. Sometimes God gives us assignments, and sometimes those assignments are not easy. Sometimes we're out of our comfort zone. Sometimes we don't feel right doing them and we question things. And this was what I was doing at that point. But shortly after this, I got my confirmation that I needed, and it came from heaven. There was a girl, I do not know her at all, and she left a comment in my comment section. And I was in the car with my daughter, and when I read that, let me tell you, my heart skipped a beat. I was so happy because the phrase that she said she loved the most, because I made a video about that, about as followers of Christ, we're in the business of saving souls. That was the one thing she loved. She goes, I look at my ministry completely different because I loved what you said, that we are in the business as followers. That is our business and that is our job of saving souls. And I was so happy that she said that. And she said, I'm so grateful that the Lord led me to you. Let me tell you, that was all I needed. That was all the confirmation I needed to tell me that I was in the right place and I was doing the right thing. It was so today, all I really wanted to do today was just thank all of you, the people that you have for sticking with me, for even when it's not funny or entertaining, you've still been listening to me. You encourage me, you support me, your lovely texts, your beautiful comments. I'm ever so grateful for every one of those things because I am out of my comfort zone here. And I'm just grateful that all of you have been sticking it out for 100 videos, which is amazing to me. My prayer for all of you is that you will find value in and encouragement in something that I'm saying or something that I'm sharing with you on any given video. I just want to thank you again and tell you here's to the next 100 videos. And my prayer is that you will stick around. But I want to leave you with this, that may the Lord bless you, may the Lord keep you, and may the Lord make his face shine upon you. You know I love you, and I'll see you next week.